take one. Right, so this is the platform. And in essence, what the platform is a place where you can take the modules, and we'll speak about what modules are in a moment. So take modules and create dashboards with them, and you can save your dashboards, you can share your dashboards. So let's dive in. You have the platform right here. This is how it looks like, and this is the main bar. This is the main area. Everything below this blue line is the main area, and this up here is the header bar. And here you'll have useful buttons to command the platform. So let's talk about this one first. So you open this platform and you see this bar right here. No. Take two. So the desktop app it's a place that you can take all of these modules and organize them into and create your own dashboards. And you can save the dashboards, you can share the dashboards, and you can create different dashboards for different things you want to see. And we'll get to that in a moment. So you download the platform, it looks like this, right? You have these two buttons, which are quite useful, but right now we're going to start from scratch. So this is the main area, and this is the header bar. The header bar has some useful buttons, which you'll see. So you open up the platform, and this button here is to create a collection. And a collection is a series of layouts, and layouts have many panes in them. So let's talk about that. We created a new collection, right? So that has one layout, it has one pane on the left, and it has one main pane here. For now, let's close this pane on the left, and let's just talk about this. So imagine you have your Google Chrome browser, and you have some websites and you have some tabs on the top. So this is just like it. Imagine this as your tab, this over here as your website, and this where you enter the URL. So as you can see, you can add more layouts, just like like a Chrome tab, and you can click on anyone that you want. You can move them, and that's that. And this is your browser. So let's say here you open one of these modules, right? Then you go here, you open one of these modules, then you go here and you open another one, here, another one, and here, another one, right? And you go back here, just like a browser. And now additionally, what you can do is you can split this screen into multiple different panes. So let's do that. You have this layout here, and then we have these buttons here, and we're going to take and split that like that, resize it, split that like that, resize it, and you can use this to create the specific view that you wanna see. So you come over here and you say, oh, let's look at this over here, and this is what I want to see here. What I want to see here is this, and what I want to see here is, let's see, this one over here, right? So, and we see this there. So perfect. We created this this layout here, and we'll talk about all these modules when we get to them. Right now it's more of a high level overview of what's going on. So then you can come over here where we have this, and go back to here where you have all of that. So that's the core functionality. Now, maybe you have some tab managers on Google Chrome or whatever browser, and you use them to save a collection of tabs. And let's say you're researching a certain topic and you save that collection of tabs. So we have a built-in layout manager, and that's this sidebar over here, right? So we open this here, and we have, this is the current collection, and we have these layouts that you see right here. So let's rename this video test, right? Awesome. And now let's rename this one that we're looking at right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. It has the four pane view. Cool. And let's call this one Apple Strikes. Cool. And you know what, these other ones, let's just get rid of them, right? And so we deleted those, and now we have this empty. How do we get back to one of these views? Well, we just click on it. Alternatively, you can click on it here. And as you can see, you can build a lot of these modules, and it can be when you have a bunch of Chrome tabs, and it really can eat up your RAM. So you can have all of the tabs, all of the layouts you want open, but only the ones that you need activated. So right now, if you can see, right now we're looking at this one, but this one over here, it's still running. It's still consuming memory, and which allows us to just go here and everything is just as it was. And we go over here and, very quickly. However, if you had a bunch of these tabs and you wanted to, you don't need them on the fly. You could click this pause button, which turns it off. So let's say we're here, we turn off this one, and now it's no longer blue, and it's not consuming any resources. You can have as many of these as you want. And then when you want to look at it, you just click on it and it reloads everything from scratch. So you can see the difference. Like right now, because it's loaded very quick, and if we pause it, then it reloads everything from scratch. And this way you can have you can load this entire tab, this entire bar with so many different layouts, and it's all going to be, you can command which ones you have active and which ones you don't need. And in theory, you could just have this one active collection with a bunch of layouts, and have as many as these as you want, right? But right now they're all consuming memory, and some of these modules, they can be very heavy. Like this one can be very heavy, and if there's a lot of live data coming through, it can be very heavy. So if you don't need them on the fly, you can just pause, and this closes them all, but it keeps them right there. It keeps them for your quick access. Let's delete some of this. Cool. So you've spent some time building these layouts, and you're like, oh, this is great, this is really cool. You click save to make sure it's saved, but also this will save your last layout locally. So right now, if we click on this X right here, it closed everything. And now let's click on this reload last saved workspace. And we're back right at where we were. So this is great. You want to close the app, you can press the X over here, and then when you open up the app, you reload the last saved workspace, and you have that. Now you've seen already some of the features that we have here, in that, you know, these panes, these that you can resize them. So let's go back and just look at them once again, right? Let's close them and let's go back to the just how one of them looks, or, you know, let's just close it all the way, and let's open a pane, right? This, we'll talk about this later. So you have a pane, you know, beautiful pane over here, and you can click on any of these and it's going to give you these are all valid commands. So some of these commands can be very powerful and very customizable. You can add so many parameters, and you can also add wrong parameters that will just give you nothing. But all of these, this here is the name of a module. These here are, you know, these are the modules that we have now, which are improving, you know, daily, and we're adding more. And these are all different examples of that module. So this is like a cheat sheet, if you will. So, you know, let's spin this one up. So then you have a pane, and what you can do with a pane is you can close it, but we don't really, it's a single pane, so we don't really want to close it. You can split it like this, or you can split it like that, right? So we split it like this, split it like that, split it like this, split it like that, split it like this, and you can resize this however you want. And then you can close it. Close this, close this, close this, close this. And in any one of these, you can load the module that you can load any module. So, you know, we load this here, and as we showed before, we load this here, and we can, you know, create the workspace that you need. And that's that in terms of the main pane. Now there's an additional pane, which is the left pane. And what's the point of the left pane? It's this one that you can bring in and out. So this left pane, as you'll notice, it's this one right here. It doesn't, you can't split it. And it's different from all the other pane collections in that it's static. So let me show you what I mean by that. So right here we have these three modules. We're going to open a new layout, and notice how this stayed the same, right? So we're going to put this here, and, you know, create a new layout and put this here. So this remained the same while we changed this main pane, and then we go over here, you know, this changed, but this stays the same. So why is that? It's because in theory you can have any module loaded here, you know, but the default one, which is flow, which gives you a table of underlines, it's quite useful to always have, like, right there, to have your a view of the market. I mean, if you want to. If you don't, you just close it. And this way you can, you know, look at all of these different modules that you have loaded while this remains the same. Now there is just one more important thing to talk about, and that is the global symbol, right? So most of these, you'll see that they correspond. So flow doesn't have a symbol. This is for many symbols. But for example, joy, that's for specific symbol. Strikes for specific symbol. Some of them are for looking at options for specific underline. So you can create, you know, put that like that, or you can put the @ symbol is special because then you can change it up here, right? And that changes it. Why is that useful? Because then you can do this. So let's say, let's have a couple of modules. Let's put the app. Also, you see what I'm doing right there, that how I preloaded that command, that is Command Shift, and I think in Windows it's Control Shift. So that way, if you have like a long, like look at that, and we wanna, you know, take this, you don't have to retype the whole thing. You can just Command Shift and it gets you right there. The same thing also happens with this button. It repopulates with the previous command. Now, what we were looking at is the global symbol. So let's say, right, let's look at, have these global symbols, right? So right now we're looking at this module for Tesla, this module for Tesla, and this module for Tesla, because it has the @ right there, right there, right there. So then we go here and we say, you know, Apple. This changes all 3 modules. And, you know, you could have, I mean, some members have like so many of these tabs open, and all you need to do is you put the @ which is equivalent for symbol, and you just change the symbol here, JPM. Let's take a look at that. Boom. NVIDIA, what's going on over there? Boom. And that's that. Now, I think we've covered a lot of the main stuff. Now let's look, the last thing is saving and cloning layout. So this is the active collection, right? And previously in the video, we made the video test collection, didn't we? So there it is. So we clicked here on save, and now it's on our saved collection that we did it here. We called it video test. So now we can, this is save, and we can load this this module, well, this collection of layouts, we can load it in, and there's a couple of things that you can do. So right now we already have an active collection. That means that we can't load this video collection. What we can do is we can clone, this is the clone button, we can clone layouts within that collection. So, you know, let's clone that, and it appears right there, and then, you know, we can look at it. Or let's say, this one, let's clone this one. So you clone that and it appears here. And, you know, boom, here's an example of why you want to have this global symbol situation, right? So, you know, Apple, like, look at that piece, changes everything. And right, so that's cloning. Now, if you wanted to load the entire video test collection, you first have to get rid of your active collection right here. So what you do is, let's just save this as video test 2, right? And let's just delete this, right? So clear space, no active collection. Now notice that now you can't clone layouts. Remember that clone button? You can't clone them because you don't have a collection to clone them to. So, but you can clone an entire collection. So if you wanted to clone a layout, you could just create a new collection, and then you can clone the layouts. And notice how these buttons here, how they're going to change, right? So now we can't clone layouts, but we can clone collections. And so we can clone collections or open them. So this one has like all of these layouts that I don't need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it, right? I opened it, and I'm going to delete all these layouts that I don't need, right? And then I'm going to save it, right? So now video test, that's saved. So when you open a collection is like opening a file and editing it. So you open it and then you edit it and you save it, and that overwrites it. Cloning is, well, you create a clone of that. So if right now we did a clone, right? So we clone this and then we save this. Now we have 2 video tests, see? And that's that. Let's delete this one because we don't really care about it anymore. So the opening, you can only open your own workspaces, because opening means you can edit it and you can delete it and you can save it, but you can't do it with public collections. So with public collections, you can only clone them. You can clone the workspace itself, or you can clone the layouts. So right here, we have this video test collection up, and I can go here and say, oh, you know what? I'm gonna clone this flowchart. Cool, let's check it out. Boom. Well, this is for and then that's that. And you can also clone full the entire collection. So right now we can't clone the collection because we already have a collection loaded. So we're going to kill this collection here, and boom, the clone appears here. So you can browse through all of these collections and say, oh, let's clone this one, boom. So now that one's cloned, and you can, check out all of this out and all of this. And now your computer, you have so many stuff loaded. You're like, oh my God, I gotta pause this. So you pause the ones that you don't need, and that's that. Lastly, module commands and bookmark commands. You can use them. It's still a feature work in progress, but the idea is that you can save commands. So let's say like this command is, let's make it sum bars false, take away the sum bars, let's make it curve true. It already has the curve, but let's make bars false, and that removes the bars, and let's make it NM and own it, and you'll learn all of this, right? Awesome. Okay, but now let's say I want to save this command, so I'll bookmark it like that, and that'll make it appear in the this command just appeared here. So you can save these commands that you find useful in case you don't want to save it within a layout in a collection, and that's what that is for. And I'm really happy with the way things are here. I'm going to save this one. So now it's saved in my saved collections. It's going to appear VS. There we go, saved collections. And this whole bar is just a utility. Also, you can change your username, and you can log out, and the username is good because that lets you see who these public collections belong to in case you want to share your collections. Say when you create a collection, it's public by default, and the way you can change that is edit and make it not public. So you click here and not public anymore. So then edit workspace and save, right? So now this one's not public anymore. This is the one we cloned, which belongs to Blueser 12. So that is that. Okay, that's that. Now, a little bit of module mechanics. So when you alter the command, it reloads the module. You change that, it changed the module, and you can do a full reload of the module by simply entering here and clicking enter. This reloads the whole module here. So usually you don't need to do that, but when I push new updates to a module, like you tell me like, hey Juan, there's a bug over here, like fix it, and then I'll ping in the Discord like it's fixed, what you have to do to apply the fixes is reload the module. And how do you do that? You just click here with, like, right now there's like no command, and enter, and that reloads the module. You can also reload the whole all of the modules by clicking this, and that will reload all of the modules, which is can also be useful. Rarely necessary, but useful. And if you see like a bug or something weird, reload the module. Boom. And that is that. What else? Okay, so this button here is to link the symbols here. So what do I mean by that? So right now these are unlinked. So if I put Apple here and I put Tesla here and I go back here, Apple, look at that, Tesla, look at that. Now if I link it and I say Apple, then Apple's also here, and Apple's also here, and Apple's also here. This links this with all of the layouts, and that's useful for many reasons, and we'll get to that when we get to it. And then, trading day is over. We made a ton of money, so we close this here, and we close the app, and then morning comes, open our app, looks just like this, and reload the last saved workspace, and yeah, that's it for today, folks. Well, thanks for watching. Now, following, I'll make breakdown of all the modules and such, but that's good for now. All right, thank you.